Hey, so this is Dishant from Unica University Common Application. I recommend you to watch AAU television.
AAU TV is the place to be for every person in higher education in Africa. Better be there or be nowhere.
Continuez de regarder la télé et surtout sur le AAU.
Keep watching it and it will change the way you interact with higher education on the continent. AAU, great job.
I want to tell you that AAU television is fantastic, it's educative, it's informative, and it is a must for anybody who is interested in higher education in Africa.
When I was in Accra last year, I did an interview on this TV. It's a very important mouthpiece.
It's a data, it's a bank of all we need for the development of higher education in Africa.
People should make an effort to view it because it discusses very current issues of development across the continent.
I believe that the station will continue to promote the overall development of Africa, particularly in the tertiary education sector.
AAU TV provides a platform and shares a lot of information to a broader audience. So we wish you all the best and please continue serving
AAU TV,
the voice of higher education in Africa.
It's 12 o'clock GMT and this is the AAU TV Midweek News coming to you live from the headquarters of the Association of African Universities. And to our top stories for today. In higher education, Kenya Public University lecturers begin strike amidst stalled negotiations. In health, Africa CDC raises alarm over rising Mpox cases in Africa. In sports, Tunisia Set for AFCON Qualifier opener under new coach. And in business, Boeing Company Freezes Hiring, weighs Furloughs Amid Strike. With us for more news on the AAU TV Midweek News. We will be right back. My name is Jemima, Deladem Dotsey. Welcome back from the break and to our higher education story. The Niger military administration announced on Friday, September 20th, that the start of the new academic year will be delayed by at least 1 month, pushing the date to October 28th due to the severe flooding across the country.
In recent weeks, Niger has experienced relentless rain, leading to over 300 deaths from drowning and building collapses, as reported by the Interior Ministry. The city of Maradi, one of the hardest hit areas, has seen around 100 tents set up in schools to shelter those affected. The International Rescue Committee estimates that more than 800,000 people have been impacted by these severe floods, which are among the worst the region has faced in 3 decades. Neighboring countries, including Mali and Nigeria, are experiencing similar challenges due to the extreme weather event linked to climate change. Niger, already vulnerable to climate issues, is grappling with the dual threats of flood and recent droughts that have devastated crops. Scientists warn that such extreme weather patterns are becoming increasingly common in the semi-arid Sahel region. In response to the crisis, the military government has distributed 9,700 tons of grains to those in need, asserting that the situation is under control. However, concerns remain regarding damage to culturally significant buildings, including the recent collapse of a historic mosque in Zenda.
Still on higher education, just one day after unsuccessful negotiations aimed at preventing a strike, university lecturers across Kenya have officially downed tools protesting unmet demands from the national government. The strike, called by the University Academic Staff Union, UASU, and the Kenya University Staff Union, KUSU, has resulted in lecturers from numerous institutions, including the Technical University of Kenya and Jomo Kenyatta University, taking to the streets.
Model, which had concluded after government intervention. The ongoing strike is impacting students significantly, as some are unable to complete their examinations due to lecturers joining the protests. At Karatina University, striking faculty members stormed various faculties, urging their colleagues to cease teaching activities and join the strike efforts. The strike was officially announced following a notice issued by UASU Secretary General Constantine Wasonga on September 11. A subsequent meeting with Education Cabinet Secretary Julius Ogamba took place 2 days later, but discussions ended without any agreement, leaving the lecturers frustrated. Tensions escalated as lecturers expressed their dissatisfaction with the government's offer, which involved maintaining current working conditions. KUSU Secretary General Charles Mukwaya highlighted the untenable situation of working for the same pay amidst rising living costs, emphasizing the need for a sustainable solution. Both UASU and KUSU are demanding immediate action on several key issues, including improved medical coverage, the finalization of a collective bargaining agreement, annual salary increments, and better working conditions. As the strike continues, the academic calendar remains uncertain, with calls for a tangible resolution from the government growing louder.
In health, the Africa Centers for Disease Control and Prevention, Africa CDC, has raised urgent alerts regarding a significant increase in Mpox cases in Africa. On Thursday, Chin Kaseya, the Director General of Africa CDC, stated in a news conference that the disease is currently not under control on the continent, as there has been a concern rising of Mpox cases this year compared to last year.
Kaseya reveals a concerning 177% increase in Mpox cases and a 38.5% rise in related deaths compared to the same time last year. This spike has affected 15 African countries, emphasizing the urgent need for strong measures to contain the virus. In just the past week, Africa has recorded 2,912 new Mpox cases and 14 deaths, highlighting the severity of the outbreak. This brings the total number of cases this year to over 29,000, with 738 deaths so far. Kaseya pointed out that Africa's limited testing and laboratory capacities remain major challenges in controlling the virus. African CDC is hopeful that international partners will deliver 10 million doses of the Mpox vaccine to aid its containment efforts. Rwanda has already started its vaccination campaign, administering doses to 500 people as part of a bilateral deal with Nigeria, which received 10,000 doses from the United States. The worst-hit country, Congo, is set to launch its vaccination campaign in October after receiving 200,000 vaccines from donors, including the European Commission. However, Congo still requires an additional 3 million doses to fully address the outbreak. Meanwhile, Morocco recently confirmed its first Mpox cases on September 12. Africa's CDC is calling on all affected countries to enhance surveillance, ramp up preventive measures, and continue with vaccination efforts to control the spread of the disease across the continent.
Stick with us for Discovery News after the break.
Are you a researcher or an innovator making a difference in Africa and Europe? The SIA project invites you to share your success story and join a movement dedicated to sharing best practices, bridging knowledge gaps, inspiring others, fostering collaboration. Share your story now and be recognized, celebrated, connected with global network of researchers and innovators. For more information and to submit your story,
are you a university, college, high school, private organization, NGO, individual professor, instructor or facilitator seeking to take advantage of the numerous benefits of online education? Look no further. the AAU eLearn Africa LMS is a great opportunity to begin your journey to online course development and creation for teaching, learning and training purposes. AAU eLearn Africa LMS, which is a partnership between the Association of African Universities and eLearn Africa, has made available ease to use online learning tools to all stakeholders within the educational ecosystem of the African continent. This is to enhance teaching and learning in the bid to expand online learning opportunities for students in Africa. The online platform is open and available for free to all stakeholders and facilitates virtual access to classes without needing the other tools such as Zoom, Microsoft Teams, among others. For more information, visit www.elearnafricalms.com or contact us via aauLMS@aau.org or estherm@elearnafrica.com. Follow us on LinkedIn, Twitter, and Facebook at AAU eLearn Africa LMS.
Welcome back from the break into our discovery story. Balil, a small town near Fez, Morocco, is renowned for its historic cave houses, attracting visitors to its charm and cultural significance. The town's iconic I Love Balil sign welcomes guests to explore its unique hillside dwellings, which date back to the 4th century and were first inhabited by the Amazon people.
These caves date back to the 4th century, initially inhabited by the Amazigh people and later by various civilizations, including the Volubilis and Banu Hilal. Today, many of the caves are still home to locals, whilst others have been turned into tourist attractions, drawing visitors from across the globe. Tamin Anjam, president of Bali's Association of Tourism, Culture, Environment and Sports, explains that the abundance of water and fertile soil, along with the town's mountainous locations, encouraged people to settle there centuries ago. The area contains around 600 caves and 45 water sources, making it a rich historical site. Over time, modern homes have outnumbered the traditional cave dwellings, but some locals like Najia Sibrit continues to live in them. Whilst the caves have been updated with electricity and running water, humidity remains a challenge, especially for those living near water sources. Despite this hardship, Anjam and other caves owners are working hard to preserve and maintain these caves, many of which have been equipped to accommodate tourists. Bali's tourism industry, which brings in hundreds of visitors annually, benefits the local economy but faces challenges, including the declining number of caves as people move to more modern homes. To preserve this unique heritage, Bali's Tourism Association is calling for government support to restore the caves, ensuring they remain a significant part of the town's identity.
In our sports news, Tunisia's Carthage Eagles' journey towards the AFCON 2025 in Morocco begins this Thursday as the Carthage Eagles faces Madagascar in their opening qualifier. The match will be held at the stadium in Raït, a suburb of the capital Tunis, with kickoff set for 21 o'clock Central African Time. This will be the first competitive match under the leadership of Fawzi Benzati, who took over as head coach in July.
Fawzi Benzati, a seasoned coach with vast experience in African football, has been tasked with guiding Tunisia through this qualification campaign. His arrival has brought a renewed sense of optimism to the team and fans alike. The coaching staff has been focusing on intensive preparations, analyzing Madagascar's play style. Assistant coach Othman Najar, highlighting the meticulous planning involved, emphasized the importance of knowing their opponent in detail. Despite a limited preparation time, Najar revealed that the coaches held early meetings with the players, ensuring they were ready for the challenge ahead, and added that the team's spirit and determination remain high. The coaching staff has worked on both strategy and physical conditioning, with an emphasis on the team's defensive and attacking readiness. Tunisian defender Yassine Meraya expressed confidence ahead of the match, pointing out the importance of teamwork and preparation. He acknowledged the evolving competitiveness of African football, stressing that in Africa, there are no weak teams anymore and the need to respect every opponent. Mariah believes the team's discussion with the coaching staff have equipped them to handle the pressure and perform at their best. After Thursday's encounter with Madagascar, Tunisia will shift focus to their remaining Group A matches, first facing the Gambia and then Comoros. The team is aware of the challenges that lie ahead in the group, but they remain optimistic about their chances of securing qualification. Benzati's technical acumen and the players' experience will be critical in navigating these fixtures successfully. With a blend of experience and fresh leadership, Tunisia aims to make a strong statement in their opening match. As one of the traditional powerhouses in African football, expectations are high for the Carthage Eagles to secure their place in AFCON 2025.
In international, the inaugural Abuja International in entertainment, the inaugural Abuja International Poetry Festival 2024, created by Nasari Creative, will take place from November 14th to 16th. The festival aims to unite poets, intellectuals, and creatives from various fields, offering a dynamic platform for the cultural exchange and innovation.
Collaborating with prominent partners, including the African School of Economics, Abuja Literary Society, and the All-Africa Intellectual Property Rights Summit, Rwanda 2024. The AIP Fest arrives at a pivotal moment in the evolution of poetry, particularly regarding its relationship with intellectual property, the digital economy, and the future of artistic expression. Under the theme, Afro-Futurism and Digital Culture, the festival will delve into the experiences of African poets navigating the digital revolution. Over 3 days, participants will experience a variety of events spread across venues in Abuja. The festival will feature poetry masterclasses, knowledge diffusion sessions, panels, a village of languages, and a highly anticipated poetry concert. One of the standout activities is a ride for climate change hosted with the Jeje Riders, which emphasizes global environmental issues. The event will culminate in a poetry slam named after acclaimed poet Efe Paul Azino, with the goal of providing young poets with cultural market access. The AIP Fest invites poets, dreamers, and thinkers to engage in a vibrant celebration of African creativity. The festival's opening and closing ceremonies will take place at the exhibition pavilion of the International Conference Center, Gaki, Abuja.
And please stay tuned for business news after the break.
Explore a whole new world of exciting visuals with AAU TV. Get ready for a mix of interesting talk shows, interviews, discovery documentaries, and news on AAU TV. It's not just about watching TV, it's about experiencing something special. AAU TV reaches over 25 countries in Africa, bringing you a blend of knowledge and fun. Learn about different cultures as you enjoy the shows. If you have events or want to showcase your business, we've got you covered. Watch AAU TV free-to-air channel on satellite. Connect with us on Facebook, Instagram, and X, formerly known as Twitter, at AAU TV. Reach out on call or WhatsApp us at +233 26 629 6601 or +233 20 399 5210. AAU TV, the voice of higher education in Africa.
Looking for a job in higher education institution on the African continent? There is no need to go looking. The Africa Education Jobs Board will deliver available jobs to you via our platform. To start your search, visit our website. On our website, you will find variety of job postings classified by the sectors and professions they belong to. There are sections devoted to variety of career-related materials, as well as information on African countries. All information you require, based on the job description and requirements, are accessible on the site. If you are looking for a job in higher education on the continent, use our dedicated portal www.africa.edujobs.com. For job market updates, you can follow us on Twitter and Instagram at AF Jobs Board.
Welcome back from the break into our business news. Boeing, an American multinational aerospace company that designs, manufactures and sells airplanes, rotorcraft, rockets, satellites and missiles worldwide, has announced major spending cuts, including a hiring freeze and potential break as it deals with the impact of an ongoing strike by factory workers in the northwestern United States.
The strike, which began last Friday, involved approximately 33,000 machinist union members who rejected Boeing's proposed 4-year contract. This is the first strike at Boeing since 2008 and has significantly impacted its commercial airplane productions, a sector only facing challenges from safety concerns surrounding its aircraft models. In a memo to employees, Chief Financial Officer Brian West outlined the immediate steps the company is taking to preserve cash amidst the strike. Boeing has halted hiring at all levels and is considering temporary layoff to save costs. Other measures include pausing non-essential travels, freezing pay increase related to promotions, cutting back on air shows expenditure and charitable donations, and significantly reducing supply costs. Boeing has also suspended issuing most suppliers' purchase order for its 737,766 and 777 jetliner programs, which has been affected by the walkout. West stressed the gravity of the situation, stating that business is in a difficult period. Hence, the strike jeopardizes recovery in a significant way, and necessary actions must be taken to safeguard the future of the company. The strike by members of the International Association of Mechanics and Aerospace Workers, IAM, began after union members rejected a tentative agreement negotiated between Boeing and the union in early September. Whilst union leaders recommended the deal, members felt the proposal did not go far enough in addressing their concerns, leading to the vote of a strike. The strike involves mechanics in Boeing's factories in Seattle, Portland, and Southern California. The strike adds to Boeing's mounting challenges, with the company already facing scrutiny over safety concerns related to its aircraft. Earlier this year, the FAA grounded 737 MAX 9 airplanes following an incident with Alaska's Airlines, and in April, an investigation was launched after a Southwest airline flight experienced engine failure. Most recently, Boeing paused testing of its 777X jetliner due to structural damage found in one of the test planes.
An international Israeli airstrikes targeting the militant group Hezbollah in Lebanon have killed nearly 500 people and injured 1,600 others, marking the deadliest day in Lebanon in nearly 2 decades. Hezbollah retaliated with rocket attacks on northern Israel, further intensifying the ongoing conflict.
The violence has intensified amid ongoing hostilities between Israel and Hezbollah, which has been engaged in a cycle of retaliation since the outbreak of conflict in Gaza. Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu urged Lebanese civilians to evacuate areas where Hezbollah operates, emphasizing that Israel's conflict is with the Iran-backed militant group, not the Lebanese people. Fears of a broader regional war are growing as Iran warned Israel of dangerous consequences. Panic has spread throughout Lebanon as people flee their homes in response to automated evacuation alerts. Educational institutions have suspended classes, with many campuses designated as shelters for those seeking safety. The healthcare system is under significant strain, dealing with injuries from the recent violence, while some airlines have reduced flights to Lebanon amid the escalating conflict. The Israeli military is preparing for its next phases, as has not ruled out a ground invasion. Hezbollah has vowed a battle without limits as tensions between the two sides continue to escalate. The international community, including the UN, Qatar, Egypt and Jordan, has called for an immediate cessation of hostilities, with world leaders set to meet at the UN General Assembly. Meanwhile, the US is deploying additional military personnel to the region as a precaution, adding to the thousands already stationed in the region. China has condemned Israel's airstrikes, with Foreign Minister Wang Yi expressing strong disapproval of actions that violate international norms. This condemnation aligns with China's broader efforts to assess its influence in the Middle East, particularly in the context of the ongoing conflicts involving Israel and Palestine. As world leaders prepare for the UN General Assembly, diplomatic discussions are expected to center around the escalating crisis in Lebanon and the need for immediate peace.
Thank you for staying with us, and let's take a quick recap of our top stories. In higher education, Kenya Public University lecturers begin strike amidst stalled negotiations. In health, Africa CDC raises alarm over rising Mpox cases in Africa. In sports, Tunisia Set for AFCON qualifier opener and a new coach. And in business, Boeing Company Freezes Hiring, weighs Furloughs Amid Strike. Now, thanks for sticking with us on the Midweek News on AAU TV. You can also get interactive with us on our various social media pages, Association of African Universities on Facebook and YouTube. My name is Jemima Deladem. Have a lovely day.